Okay, today I wanted to talk about the Ls35x. Um, I have the LS40s as well. I wanted to show you some differences. Um, Obviously, these are all black. They made the ear cups where um, they come off a lot easier. I mean, they really come off. It's not like the Astro with the magnetic or nothing, but it's really easy to come off. So let me see if I can get this back on. There we go. Whereas on the LS40, it was a pain. Matter of fact, you would crack them half the time. These headsets are for the Xbox One or Windows PC. Come with the standard stuff, a 3.5 millimeter cord so you can use it with your cell phone, because remember, to the Xbox, this direct connect, and that's that button there. You just push that, and then you push the sync button on the Xbox, and they come together. Now, I had these after the update, so I haven't had those issues with clicking, falling off, or disconnecting, or that kind of thing. The sound is great so far. I have Dolby Atmos because with the LS40s it also used them too, but Dolby Atmos is only good for certain games right now and movies, not a lot. So you want to use Windows Sonic for the most part. I want to say Gears of War is the only one that does Dolby Atmos, but the surround sound with Windows Sonic is pretty good. But the Dolby Atmos in stereo is fine for me. Um, they do have great battery life. There's also, with the ear cups, this gel infused. It is cooling, but I'll be honest with you, you feel it initially when you put it on every time, but after a while it's just part of the headset. It really doesn't cool like all day long or anything like that. The boom mic is the same as the LS40. If you had those before, it's pretty solid. They do have a mic. You can see it right here, so you can take the boom mic out and just use this. It works fine, but it's better with the actual boom mic. If you want to mute it, or if you want to mute yourself, you can just hit this and it'll turn red, and that lets you know that it's muting. These are, I think they retail for $179. I didn't get them for $179. I got them for $105, and I think at $105 these are really good. There's no Bluetooth, and the only other thing that disappoints me is the charging. It's still got the micro USB, not even a Type C, so you still got to use that to kind of plug it in, which kind of, well, it sucks. But they're durable. But here's my problem with the LS40s, and they sent me 3 different pairs, and right here they would crack, little small cracks after a while. So while if this was a score on a 5 scale, I would go 4 out of 5, only because I have to wait at least a couple of weeks. No. Phrase that, 6 months at least, because when you're paying this much money for these headsets, though they shouldn't crack. And so I kind of want to see if the durability has improved on these. Because on the LS40s, again, you have a situation where the ear cups would peel off, kind of stick out. These don't look like they're designed that way, but the ear cup design was bad. To take them off was a nightmare. You could kind of snap and break your own stuff if you didn't do it properly. So it looks like they made improvements with the ear cups themselves. But again, it's just still framed, because I saw other cracking knees or whatever. Mine, I take care of them, but they would split right along the top, just from, I guess, taking your headsets off and on, which is something basic that people do. The sound is good, very loud. The wireless function with the Xbox is great. There is something that I noticed, that when I'm in parties, there is a little bit of lag. And I'm sorry, this is my controller for the PS4, the what do you call that? The Scuff Elite. I'm sorry, the Scuff Vantage. The Scuff Vantage. I have a PS4 Pro too, and I have the Astro A50s, and I could do a small comparison with them after a while. But again, I'm really happy. I think this is a great steal for me at paying 105 through Amazon versus the 180. And the only reason I say that is because the 180, I don't know. I mean, Direct Connect is great, but they need to have more features like Bluetooth or something like that. And that's the other thing. There is no Bluetooth, but you can use them plugged into your controller, and it'd do. It's the passive is how you use it on the phone and the other stuff. So again, I would give this 4 out of 5 stars. But I do want to say, and the update was a little bit annoying because you had to do like a hold the power button down while plugging it in, and so that was a little bit of an adventure, but not too bad. But if you have basic knowledge of the PC, it'll be okay. But I haven't had any connectivity issues, except one time. There was one time where I walked away probably about 30 feet and it disconnected and it wouldn't connect again. And at that time, I had to hold the right ear cup down, the Xbox Connect button, and the power button. So I had to hold 3 different buttons down to kind of reset it, and then it just reconnected to the Xbox. I didn't have to like go through the whole process again. So there was that, but that's minor. Like I said, the sound quality is really, really good. They should probably come down on price point. I mean, I think a sweet spot would be like 125. That'd be really good, because they just don't have the features like an Astro A50. They just don't have all of that. But again, this is really, really, really good. Lucid Sound makes a really good sounding headphone. There's no doubt about it. I do want to hold off on the durability, because you like to keep your headsets 2-3 years. At least I do. So that's my little bit review on it. Again, leave your comments at the bottom. Subscribe. I'll do a little comparison between the Astro A50 and this. It's really not a comparison because they're 2 different levels as far as tools. And it has some advantages, disadvantages of both. So, all right, I'm doing this on Christmas Eve, so Merry Christmas to those that believe, and Happy New Year.